Hey everyone, what's going on? I had something very interesting happen. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it's like an apology. That's what it was. It was like an apology. Not from everyone, but from certain people that are trying to understand certain things about their move on me for no real reason. I just don't know how to approach this without like offending anybody, because I don't like to offend people. I don't. I'm uncomfortable talking about racism, yes, but at the same time, when I get mad, it is. So it's conflicting today. It's very conflicting. I'm trying to see how I should yes, this is still about racism part 2, because I thought I was done, because I'm a Scorpio. Like, we don't like each other, then that's it. Like, we're done. Like, there's no apologies. Especially if it came to you attacking me on the level they were attacking me. But then I'm an evolved Scorpio. So not all Scorpios are the same. Like, everyone's like, oh, Scorpio. Okay, I'm a Scorpio, but do you know my natal chart? My natal chart says that my moon is in Libra. I'm a Libra. And my Mars is in Libra. So I was the type of Scorpio that got taken advantage of, because if you really know what that is, the moon in Libra and the Mars in Libra, a lot of my decisions were literally based on how people think and feel. So that's why even to this moment, I don't know how to approach racism at this moment, where I'm not going to hurt even the racist people that I'm about to talk to, because supposedly they watched this, they've seen this, or I don't know how but they came back to apologize. So if you haven't seen my other video, I was the town I'm in. I will not say the town. I was approached by occultists. First of all, I started really thinking about it, like, why are they even tapping in? Like, what is this situation? But then the spirit explained to me a lot of stuff, so it's like, okay, I guess, whatever. Because I'm not a nosy person. I'm very private. I'm to myself, really. And I mind my business. I literally am the epitome of drink water. Occasionally, I don't. When I drink coffee and water and mind my business. I genuinely, just because I don't like drama. I don't like the problems. I like, spirits tell me they like that I don't look for my enemies. I have abilities too, people. Those who, you know. But, like I said, racism and occultism, racism and spirituality. So, mind you, I'm assuming it's a feminine energy. It was a girl. Seemed like a female. She said to me like this: we were not brought up to, when we were brought up to think we're better than others. That was her words to me. That was the channeling. I even had to question, like, is that accurate? You know? Because just yesterday, there was a whole thing. Then she was like, yes, you know, like, she was understanding. I'm saying she, like I said, she was understanding that, yes, I was right about what I was saying, because the very glory in her existence is based on that. And her whole beef with me of the level of warfare she was bringing to me, like, she had to get checked, like, because now this is heavy shit you're doing, because she's not just anybody, she's a goddess. You're fighting a goddess. You're fighting someone that's here to bring forth big change. And now you're trying to start like a spiritual freaking big shit for no reason, because you're triggered about certain truths today. So she had to get checked. Like, what did I do to you for you to even have to come to me on that level spiritually, where she had to come to me the next day and say, you know, Melissa, like, you're right. I'm a little racist today. A lot racist to me, if you think. I think so. To start the level of warfare, because there is spiritual warfare, my friends. Don't let them trick you. There is fucking spiritual warfare. It's gangster in this bitch. Gangster is not a joke. And then yes, there's different sizes, preferences. The whole type is crazy. It's crazy. Like, I thought human beings were crazy. Spirits is gangster. And they're telling you, depending on the spirit, it might be real gangster. I'm a clear channel, and that's another reason, like, why they get to tap in like that, because I'm a clear channel. So it's a whole thing. And so, like, she said to me, like, she was raised to think and know that she's better than everybody else. That is her motivation, to think that she's better than everybody else. I'm not saying her statement reflects everyone's truth, but that was her truth. And she said she grew up to think that she was better than everybody else. And she did not realize she was triggered by what I was saying in my own home, my privacy, that. And because she was like, well, it's not that I'm racist. And then she said she understands both sides. She said, I understand both sides, but the glory is, the whole thing is, I grew up like, who cares? Who cares? It's my power. I'm like, you know, I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say without saying it. Peak game. She said, it's power. You know? And I was like, that's interesting. Because I'm genuinely trying to understand the thinking. And I said to her, because I'm a nurse, and she's like, that doesn't matter to me. I understand, whatever, it doesn't matter to her. I said, we're all equals, all this. I mean, she's like, doesn't matter. I just came here to tell you, I'm sorry, and I realize I'm a racist. But there was others in the group that I channeled, that I peeped, were like, they don't care. They're like, we chose the side. So I was like, so the two in the like, you guys are hypocrites. They said, no, not all of us are gonna agree. It's a whole thing, man. I don't even know, like, if what I'm saying makes sense. But I'm getting, like, they're saying they're like, it's a whole thing right now, this moment. I'm a clear channel. So, and okay, so the contrast was, to me, it's like, that's so crazy, because we're not brought up to think we're better than anybody else. No. As I'm going to be honest, I guess if I'm going to say black people, I might as well say white people. She said as a white person, she was not raised to think she's less than anybody. She said as a white person, she was raised to feel that she was better than everybody. Yes, that's what she said to me. So I started thinking, well, as black people, we're not raised to think we're better than anybody. We're not. I didn't grow up with that. I did not grow up with the mentality that she grew up with. She grew up with the mentality that she's better than everybody else. She was even mad that I was Haitian. She was like, this Haitian? This, who the fuck is she? You know what I mean? And she understands my incarnation supersedes her racism. If anything, I'm here to shut that down. So I was like, well, choose a side. Because that shit's a wrap. So that inequality, that imbalance that you are afraid of is here today. And it's manifested as me. All in my imperfections today. Okay? So yes, she told me as a white person, She was raised to think she's better than everybody else. And she told me, yes, I understand both perspectives. But she grew up to think, she said to me, she grew up knowing, thinking, believing it's white power. That's the, dead ass. I even had to say, am I going crazy? Is this the channeling I'm getting down here? And they're like, yes. And then my spirit guides are like, you don't have to talk to her. And I'm like, well, I want to get the perspective. I want to understand why. And it's legit. It's everything that I thought wasn't the case, and it was. And I'm not saying everybody that is, there's racism all over the world, of all cultures, of all people. But she admittedly said to me that she understands both sides of my cries. It's funny. She goes, I understand your cries and your whines, but I grew up thinking that it's like, it's all or nothing. I am white. I'm white power. I'm stronger than you. That's how I was raised. And I started thinking, damn, that's crazy. Like, I wasn't offended and crying, oh my God, I'm black because I'm black. I was like, well, that's interesting. In my head later on, I started thinking, well, that's interesting because as black people, we're not taught by our families. It's not everybody, like even that, I can't say everybody, but as black people, for me, we're always on the mentality of victimhood, a mentality of that we ain't shit, that we have to struggle and it's a hustle and it's hard. And they're being taught that they're gods and they're better than everybody else from birth. So the fact that she understands both sides, but she's understanding she's better than me. And then I told her, your glory is based on that. And that insecurity, essentially. That's the glory that is you today. That is what makes you feel human. The heartbeat in your chest is based on this white power. I'm saying it because she said it to me. She said it to me. I channeled it. And I did record it. Because I was like, why would after we fought, would you even come back to me to tell me anything? And she said, well, we never talked. I was like, and when I told her to choose a side, she said she was stuck on the race part. I was like, there is no race part. I'm telling you, choose a side. Do you care about creation of all creation? Creation on earth, creation for all of humanity, creation for beings that are not human beings. This is occult shit. I know this sounds crazy, but there's occultists. Police officers are occultists. There's people in the Masons in your town. Don't get it twisted. Some of them, they know shit. They know shit. And then I'm a channel. I'm a clear channel. And then yes, they are racist. And I said, well, that's the glory to be you today. That is your racism. You are glorious because you're racist. That is the glory. That is the fundamentals of this infrastructure that we live in. And she said, yes, that's how I grew up. She said, I grew up like that. I grew up thinking I'm better than everybody else, even if you're starving today. She understands both, but the power is that she is who she is. And like I said, as black people, all my life, my father constantly on, we were slaves. Read the book Roots. And, even though black history goes beyond slave history, because everyone thinks all black history is slave history. No, we have a grander history before slavery. And then when you get into the truth about indigenous people, because one of the things that I shouted out was the indigenous black people right here in California. Okay. Yes, there's indigenous people here too, not just one group of people. I mean, it's deep. I'm gonna check my ADD right now because I was like, wait, I had a point right now. But mostly the point is that as black people, we're not taught that we're better than anybody. We're never taught we're better than anybody. We're not taught we're better than anybody. We're taught we're lesser than, even from our family. We're taught that we have to go through these measures to get to this measure. Meanwhile, they're being taught occult shit that we consider evil. because we're taught to misunderstand certain truth. Meanwhile, they have the upper hand because they understand truth. So she thought like that was so interesting of me, how it's just like, I understand racism. I talk to many people, and the way people treat me is how I know who you are, how you approach me, what you say to me, your questions to me, your body language. I'm a Scorpio. Really check that out. I'm intuitive. Like I said, but I'm an evolved Scorpio. I'm a phoenix. Like I said, I've been through hell and back. So I've been through a lot, and I'm very sensitive, and I'm an old soul. So I'm not just any Scorpio either, even though I have Scorpio on my chart like crazy. Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, a Scorpio in Saturn. I mean, I'm very Scorpionic. I know shit. It should be illegal to be Scorpio because I know shit just because I know shit. Like, it's just the way it is. No, it should be illegal to be Scorpio because I love being intuitive. Being intuitive comes with a price, though. People who do know who you are, what you stand for, can be jealous and envious. But I was told, I come in very humble, because considering how old my soul is, give me a second, guys. Okay, baby.
Still got sand in my sweater, so nights we don't. Do you miss me like I miss you? Fucked around and got attached to you. Friends can break your heart too. I'm almost tired. If I pulled a you on me, you wouldn't like that shit. I put this real out, but you wouldn't fight that shit. I type a text, but then I never mind that shit. I got these feelings, but you never mind that shit. Oh, keep it on. You still love me, but your friends don't know. If you want me, just say so. If I really love you, I don't need you. I just miss you. Feels we're just caution tape around my heart. You ever wonder what we could have been? You said you wouldn't, and you fucking did. Lied to me, lied with me, get your fucking fix. Now all the truths and all the feelings are a fucking mix. Always missing people that I shouldn't be missing. Sometimes you gotta burn some bridges just to create some distance. I know that I control my thoughts and I should stop reminiscing, but I learned from my dad that it's good to have feelings when love and trust are gone. I guess this is my wrong. Everyone I do right does me wrong, so everyone tonight I sing this song. I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you. Don't want to, but I can't put nobody else above you. I hate you, I love you, I hate that I want you. You want her, you need her, and I'll never be her. All alone I watch you watch her, like she's the only girl you ever see. You don't care, you never did. You don't give a damn about me. Yeah, all alone I watch you watch her. She's the only thing you ever see. How is it you never noticed that you were slowly killing me? I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you. Don't want to, but I can't put nobody else above you. I hate you, I love you, I hate that I want you. You want her, you need her, and I'll never be her.
I don't know what to say to you guys today. I really don't. But this is the life of an occultist. This is the life of an occultist. Anyway, that's what she told me. And so it is. I don't know if I'm gonna leave this up. I don't know if I'm gonna leave this one up, but